Hello, I would like to introduce you to a site called myoer.org. This is a site which has been developed to contain many lessons that are aligned to the Common Core standards. Teachers, have you been looking for lesson plans, units, and activities that meet the rigor of the Common Core state standards? This site provides lesson plans in all subject areas. The lessons have been evaluated and aligned to the Common Core state standards. The name of the site is myoer.org. To get into this site, you will need to go to myoer.org and create an account. I have used a Google search to find the website myoer.org. After clicking on the site, you will be taken to a screen that looks like this. You will want to set up an account so that you will be able to enjoy all the benefits that this site has to offer. The first question you may ask is, how do I search? From the screen you can see the choices: search by standard, browse subjects, or do an advanced search. If you want to search by standard, you will be given this screen, and you may select Common Core State Standards for mathematics. You have the option of selecting from the K through 12 mathematical practice standards. The number at the behind each of the sentences tells you the number of resources that are aligned to that particular standard. You also have the option, for example, of selecting by grade level or high school algebra geometry functions. I am going to show you a number system through the 6th through 8th grade. I decided that I wanted to compute fluently with multi-digit numbers and common factors and multiples. Each of the standards is listed under this. By selecting the icon, it will take me to a screen which shows the lessons that have been aligned to this particular standard. One of the lessons I have found on this site is calculating baseball statistics. I am going to click on the soft key at the bottom that says more details, which will take me to a screen that shows the standards along with the curation rubric score. Another way in which you can search is to browse by subject. I am selecting mathematics, and the subject that I would like to find more information about is geometry. This screen brings up many options. At the top, you will see that it says 1,285 resources found. I think that you would probably want to limit this type of search to grade level or something like that if you were going to use search by subject. Another way to search is by doing an advanced search. With the advanced search, you've got a choice of things that you may include. You may search by keyword, by putting in a word that you would like to have, such as decimals. And then searching by resource type, lessons and activity plans, subject, mathematics, grade level, 6, and then using the search icon at the bottom. This takes you to a screen that lists results 1 through 10 of 19. If you look at the screen, you will find that it has at the bottom more details, which is what we went to last time when we were looking at the other option, which takes you directly to the resource. Edit record, add to locker, and add comments. One of the advantages of this is that you can add it to your locker by putting search tags in. Your resource locker remains available for you to go back to find material that you may have used or found earlier this year or that you want to save for next year. Again, you may click on more details to be taken to the information for the lesson. This then takes you to a link that takes you directly to the lesson. You may click either on the name of the lesson or the website, and this shows you what the lesson itself looks like. This particular lesson has a rubric score of 2, which means that it was good enough to be included. It had to meet the standards, the high standards from a rubric that was evaluated by a group of South Dakota teachers in conjunction with TIE in Rapid City and the South Dakota Department of Education. The best score is 3, and nothing would be allowed to be posted unless it had a score of 2 or better. Another way that you can search is by using the instructional focus codes. There's a link at the top under Tools that shows you the instructional focus codes for both math and ELA. By clicking on that screen, you're taken to a listing of the instructional focus codes. I'm going to go to the instructional focus codes for high school algebra. The one that I am looking for right now is high school algebra IM 1 IF 5. So I'm going to go back and enter that code. In the keyword area of the advanced search, I type in my instructional focus code. And then search. This pulls up 80 results that I can go through and evaluate. I may be interested in doing something with the triangle inequality system, so I'm going to try looking at more details for this. I find this lesson has a curation rubric score of 3. After you find a lesson, you have several options for saving and sharing the lesson for future use. You can also add comments to the lesson or share the lesson, and you can retrieve your stored lessons from the resource locker to use at a later date. This shows you the screen that enlargement of the screen where you would add to locker, view the comments, and so forth. You can also locate resources that you will find useful to use to save for future use. To access the locker, go to the Tools tab at the top, then arrow down to Resource Locker, and you will find the locker and the resources that you have added to it. One thing that is very important is being able to recognize strong resources. Many of the resources on My OER have been curated and evaluated by a team of South Dakota teachers. In order to be included in the lessons on My OER, the lessons must have achieved a score of 2 or 3 on a rubric. A resource with a score of 3 met almost all of the criteria for excellence. Resources that were very good but not quite as strong were rated 2. Anything with a score of less than 2 was not included. The rubric score is a good indicator of the quality of the lesson. This is really a great opportunity for education in South Dakota. For more information, please visit the website www.myoer.org.